What is up, guys? How's everyone doing? Hope everybody's well. Let's jump in, shall we? Trump pumps hitting Sue. Probably fades. Probably fades like everything else. Right, let's start off on the old multiverse. God, all the early birds are in, aren't they? What's up, Andre? Victor's in, Vadim's in, Sin is in, Sin's... What's that emote, Sin? Are you worried, sir? Are you worried? What are you seeing that we're not seeing? Let's have a look anyway, okay? So look, yeah, multiverse open at the minute. Watching the Sue pump, looking for opportunities in Soy Boy Sol, because I've not had a day trade on Sol for a while. I don't think there's any reason to hit any buttons on it right here, right now. You either wait for the highs or the lows, don't you? And or you can, I think on Sol it's brilliant, to be honest. Sit on your hands until opportunities present themselves. ETH, yeah, obviously came down, finally cracked that 2K level by a cat's cocker, didn't it? Okay, so not by much. Coming back down, it's going to follow Bitcoin here, isn't it? Okay, so, and BTC, we're obviously going to look at, first of all, hit some serious supply higher up. So there's a couple of things to consider in the lower time frame order flow that we are going to view here, okay, and then some higher time frame structures as well, and obviously the liquidity. All right, so let's dive in. But yeah, BTC really, I mean, this was just before I woke up this morning, or just as I was making my first coffee of the day, and yeah, didn't really want to strike a short in there, to be honest. So I would favour a run back up, but I have to say there's no bid under price, so it wouldn't surprise me if that was it. And for a day trade in derivatives for the short side, I could have potentially missed that, to be honest. ETH coming down as well. Sue just taking liquidity. He's going to follow all the rest. Doesn't matter what is going on with strategic reserve on Sue or not. It's going to follow the rest of the market, isn't it? Okay, so let's go to the old full window. Okay, so we're going to concentrate on BTC for a second, obviously. Okay, and then we're going to have a look at the screener. So I hope everyone's having a great time with the absolute gem screener. Let me know your thoughts on it. Drop in the chat. Have you been setting up some new layouts for the screener and such? Okay. But yeah, okay, let's call it what it is. So we came from, right, very, very quickly, what we're going to do is we've come from supply. Okay, I think we all know what happened at the beginning of the week. We come from supply. What's up, Bob? We come from supply, we then came to demand, okay, so aggregated depth, we came to demand, found a little bit of bid and rose up. Nice to see spot was supporting price as we went up, even in this zone there, okay, spot supporting price, a little bit of a battle in the order books yesterday in that zone, and we rise up, okay. Don't think there was any reason to particularly short BTC before then, to be honest, okay, you want to be working with the levels. First time, I think it's the first time I've actually seen this kind of strong supply order flow in a long while. It might just be the case, so this is a double diamond alert, this orange alert here. It might just be the case that I didn't have it in previously when we hit big supplies previously, but yeah, big supply hitting, okay, so double ratio spot. Perps have been doing some selling as well, as you can see up here. I think Coinbase Pro, let me go to the USD, Coinbase Pro are ready, have been doing some selling and are ready a little bit higher. So as always, so if you imagine your 95k level is the Sunday/Monday highs, isn't it? Okay, so 95k was the Sunday high, and then the Monday high was a little bit lower. We can go and have a look at that on a TA chart if anyone so wishes. But yeah, whether we can reach up there or not, I don't know. This could be it, and we're just about to just roll over and put in some potential new lows, okay, whether that's local lows or even further, not sure yet. We're just gonna have to observe the bid, aren't we? But you know, currently not a lot of bid on the Bitcoin price, okay, from the books. 58 ratio on Coinbase, nothing on Binance Spot whatsoever, and nothing in perps at all. And to the extent that BitMEX are actually heavily getting out position and shorting, okay, so either taking profit or shorting positions in here as well, okay guys. So just consider that whatever bullish news comes, whatever your higher time frame bias, and I've got some nice higher time frame charts actually to look at, whatever your high time frame bias, you are in supply zones again with the potential of a rotation down, okay. Do you want to get involved in that if you're not involved from up here? If we rise up again, which I'm not sure we do, to be honest, you know, if we rise up again, I would certainly be looking at shorts, okay? So I'm not particularly going to chase this one down right here, right now. If price just wants to float down, I'll let it. I'll sit on my hands because, you know, high likeliness in these kind of start of the US sessions. This could be a low for the next couple of hours, okay? Fact check me on that when we finish this live session in 45 minutes, an hour. But, you know, you could just rise up here. But we, you know, again, there is no bid, as far as I can see, to push price, okay? So this could be, it could just be a US session roll over, okay? So that's it from the order book. There's no particular bid right here, right now. It all looks a little bit shit across the market. You can just see on Sol and ETH as well. I mean, we're going to concentrate on BTC obviously because the rest are going to follow out to a certain extent, but you can just see on ETH there's no bid, no spot bid. I don't even think there's any perpetuals bid on ETH at all. No, not really. Sol, no bid really. You know, if it just floats up, it's going to be floating up with BTC. So they're all pretty much relying on BTC right here, right now, I would say, okay, in the order books. No edge right here, right now. I think we can drop, okay? I think we can drop, but that doesn't mean I'm just looking at this price action right here, right now, as always, and I'm just going to start shorting the market, okay? So I think we can drop. We've got no bid, but let's have a look at a few other data points. So that's a 5-minute chart. I'm just going to go to a 15-minute. Nice order flow this week, isn't it? Okay. Volume, what's volume doing? So like I mentioned in the video earlier, the cherry on the cake would be if young gun slinging retail traders start to get long up here on potentially a lower high like they are right now, as the open interest rises, as funding rises, what you want to now see is the whales come out of position, okay? So I'd love another high up here to execute some short trades, because this is playing out, as I mentioned in the video earlier. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. What's up, Mother's Milk? Yeah, new kit. Yeah, exactly. I agree. But whether it's right here, right now, or do we take another cheeky rise up for the next couple of hours, I would favour that, to be honest. But what you want and what you get is two other things. So, but yeah, very nice profile this from the Volume King. If you're unfamiliar with this, go and grab a free trial in the TRDR console, and these are all shared, obviously, all over the place. What's up, Swaps? And yeah, go check out the Volume King video as well. But yeah, when you get used to these kind of templates, it's very nice to open these up first thing in the morning with your espresso and look at it and say, oh, we're at the highs, we're in supply, open interest rising. Right, I think retail are probably going to come in and start longing this now, okay? So what they might get is you might reward them a little bit here. Okay, you might just reward them a little bit here with a little bit of rise, and then what will happen is they'll get a little bit cocky. Okay, a little bit cocksure, and then if we do hit some more supply, yeah, I would put in that short, and especially if these divergences start to build. So that's volume. That's what I'm keeping an eye on. Bring in. So what we always say: bring in more traders, bring in more longs at the highs, and we'll see what we get if we do take a little bit of a rise up. Right, one thing I do just want to make you aware of though, on the higher time frame. So yes, we're looking at potential short trades. We've hit double band ratios, so double diamond ratios, shorts up here. We're potentially, from a structure point of view, putting in a lower high in this zone. Okay, we know that retail traders are just getting to, getting a little bit frisky. Getting a little bit frisky up here, as Donald Trump probably is applying a bit of news in the markets or something. Is he? What else is he adding? Some more coins to strategic reserve or something? I don't know, whatever. But so we're building a lower time frame picture that we potentially want to short the market here if you haven't already, from this zone up here. Okay, really, really good risk reward up there. But if we still have a little bit of a rise up, yeah, I would look to hit that. Okay, one thing I do want to bring your attention to, okay, quickly, because a lot of you guys are familiar with this, but it's the higher time frame liquidity chart. Okay, so we can just see here on a 4-hour basis how much the order books have been wiped out. Okay, so look at that, your lower metric. We haven't been down there in a long while. I'm going to show you a daily chart in a second. Okay, spot chart is low, open interest in the middle. So any drop is just going to flush that open interest a little bit more. And for me personally, then if we do find some demand in any of these zones, obviously I've got higher time frame, I'd love it, but I did mention at the beginning of the week that it could take a lot of time. I'd love it if we came down into that 70k zone, but we have to take what we get and read the market every day with a fresh pair of eyes, don't we? Yo, what's up, Max? But yeah, I just wanted to bring your attention to that, really, the fact that yes, lower time frame, we can trade these moves in and out, long, short, long, use your derivatives account in any which way you do, trading in and out of these moves. But I just want to bring your attention to, yes, on a higher time frame, the liquidity chart is looking good. If I just reset that, I'm just going to drop it on perps because those alerts are a bit not quite right, I don't think, because I was on a spot chart there. And there we go. Okay. Oh no, I need the spot one because I've got a line on it, haven't I? Somewhere, yeah, over there. Okay, so yeah, let me just zoom out a little bit and I'll show you the spot chart. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so derivatives, we have had a couple of flushes in this high time frame range. We did have one there. Okay, probably came from a squeeze up as everybody was short in the market, something like that. That can happen. It can clear the books as well. Yo, what's up, Sin? But yeah, the perpetuals liquidity, okay, go check the video on the liquidity template, is absolutely nuked. Everybody is shitting themselves. I ain't even checked, actually. Someone can go fact check this for me very quick and drop in the chat. But is greed, fear and greed, is that extreme fear? I would kind of expect it maybe is. Okay, but yeah, liquidity chart absolutely nuked at the bottom. So is spot market there. Open interest in the lows as well. Okay, last time we hit these sort of low parameters with confluence of all three, I'm talking about confluence of all three, not just a high on one, high on spot and whatever else, is down here back in August of last year. Okay, back in August of last year was when we had an absolute wipeout of the books, and you can all see what happened from there. Okay, so I'm not gonna I'm not going to call a bottom because that's not kind of trader I am. I couldn't give a flying fuck, to be honest. But it certainly looks good for risk on. I don't care what's going on in the market, what country's attacking what country, what global dynamics are going on. This data suggests that any further drops, you're going to find some value, okay? You're in a value buying risk on zone, I would say. So even if we get another giga nuke for us, manipulation or whatever you want to call it, into them 70k zones, if you do, I always say, if you do, then that is going to be absolute value, I would say. So just bringing your attention to that. If we start to see some bid sat under price as you are up here, maybe you drop a bit today, you get some bid. What I would say is you need to look at that quite seriously. Yeah, don't just think someone's calling for 71k, so that's where we're going. Well, what's your time frame on that? There's time decay as well, isn't there? If you're just sat on your hands waiting for these moves and not getting involved in the market, then you've got the possibility of missing out. Especially if you're trading derivatives, and just looking at calling, just adding those few percents to your derivatives trades. All right, but yeah, just wanted to point that out. Liquidity books, high time frame, daily and 4 hour are looking pretty good. Right, let's go back and have a look at what is actually going on. Let me go to a 5 minute actually. 5 minute. Yeah, bouncing about a little bit. I mean, your nearest top level's 85k on BTC. You can just see from the aggregated books, there's nothing here at all. There's just no bid in the books whatsoever. Kraken, they've got a little bit of bid. Kraken USD in the 60 ratios, but that's it really. Sinces and a lot of sentiment indicators are down. Bob says it was at 10 yesterday. Yeah, is that fear then? I don't really look at it, to be honest, but you get a feeling, don't you, from reading timelines and stuff, that it's probably in a fear scenario, isn't it? So yeah, thought it would be. Yeah, I think I saw something on Twitter maybe last week or whatever, but yeah, no, I've got absolutely no doubt. So yeah, bear that in mind. You've got to take these things seriously. The liquidity chart in the console is saying things are okay for a rise up. Okay, higher time frame, 4 hour and daily chart. Lower time frame, no, we've got no bid. Okay, so yes, higher time frame, I think things look good. Will I still take a short if we rise up? Fuck yeah. Yeah, of course I will. It's just trading, It's just trading. Yeah, so that's BTC, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to look at too many alts, to be honest. Let's just see what Sui's doing. Sui, yeah, people are bidding it up, look. People are trying to bid it up. I don't want to get involved in that, to be honest. That if I was trading Sue, that would be the trade I'd want. And I know that's absolute crypto shiller, fucking retardeur hindsight, but yeah, no way I want to get involved in here. You are absolute just liquidity chop shop in here. Try not to get involved. If it bases out and then gets some really, really good deep demand again, then that's fine. But don't feel you're going to miss out if this just flies up. Sol finding any bid? No. Sol finding any bid? Let's flick through. I just like to flick through a little bit. No. Cardano, that's part of the reserve as well, isn't it? XRP are not holding too bad. Obviously on very, very low time frame. It's just getting higher lows. Yeah, not bad from XRP, to be honest. Couple of the other coins then. Yeah, watching Sonic. Very nice chart on Sonic. Just starting to come down into a demand zone again. Main top level at that 0.55. Okay, and then you have got one a little bit lower for any thrust, a little bit lower. You're going to get value in that 5-1 area. So Sin is giving us the latest reserve news. ADA plus 50%, XRP 30, and today's Sue plus 10 and BAT. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, to be honest, I mean, Trump is ruling the markets at the minute, isn't he? He really, really is. So, yeah. What's up, Andre? Yeah, we can have a look at comp if you want. I think the order books will be shit on it. I've not looked at comp in a long, long time, and I might be wrong. but I bet the order books are shit. So we can have a look at it together, but I want Binance. Yep. Absolute sack of shit. Sorry if you're a compound lover, but the order flow is shit. The only thing I would say is, did that fill? If you were watching it, this guy might have just filled at 50. Is it in the trades panel? Let's have a look. Yeah, I think that guy's filled at 50. So that can happen on alts. Your best risk reward on some of these alts is when these bigger levels actually fill, and then more often than not they can tend to rotate up. That's why I always say when you trade in these low liquidity, low volume altcoins, don't put your stops right on or below, right on these levels. You want them a little bit below, about 2.5% or 3% below, really. Yeah, some big entity is just filled at that 50 level. Why are they trading round numbers like that on perps? The spot chart, there is nothing to see at all. It looks a bit shit, to be honest. Bybit, bear in mind, if you do get a rise on comp today, Bybit are going to sell into it heavily at 55, so you probably not going to get too much out of it. Okay. Yeah, not bad though. Yeah, not bad. I mean, I don't know what higher time frame chart looks like, or whether the project's still valid. Is it doing much nowadays and the like? Maybe it is. Maybe it's a good coin, Andre. But yeah, I would, if you were going to long this, I'd give it a 2%er. Maybe you're just in spot or something. But yeah, I've seen this many times. They strike these levels and then it'll tend to reverse up. Where Rude Soup says you was in the Discord channel waiting. Oh, right, okay. Do I need to cancel that? I can't be bothered. I'd have to launch it and then cancel that event. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube, Tuesday and Thursday. We're trying to get a bit more on YouTube, so it's pre-recorded for people, obviously. When we do it on Discord, obviously join DK every other day as well, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. When we do it on Discord, we struggle. You can record it. There's ways of recording it in OBC Studio and such. Some other applications don't record the volume and sound. And then also with that, if you record it on Discord, for instance, then you've still got to upload it or drop it into something. So we're trying to get a little bit more on YouTube. I'm still planning on doing a bit more on Twitter as well. As BTC rising up? Yeah, come on BTC, come on, everybody bid it up. Nick wants a fresh short, or I want to consider a fresh short as well. Anyway, I'm not just gonna short this because I see. I want to. I do want to. Everything's lining up. I do want to. So yeah, let's have a look at it. Right, shall we have a look at a quick look at some tier levels, and then we'll dive into the screener. Let me know thoughts on the screener. Okay, I think it's the best thing ever. And that's it, full stop. Yeah, a little bounce here. Right, 1 hour chart. Let's go up, down, real quick. Right, 1 hour chart. We're just below the daily open, okay? Another quick tip I would say for you is your daily open's always classed as a kind of like value, not a point of control, but a value area, okay? So whenever you're below the daily open, I don't really like to chase shorts down unless it was super aggressive, like on Monday, where the whole of the market just went really, really angry and just started selling BTC. I like to sell above the daily open and in these value areas, really. So yeah, another rise up for BTC, that would be good. Whether we can take that 92, not sure. It would be very cheeky of the US session guys to go up and take that 92. So I'm conscious of that. And I have got an alert a little bit higher, but even 93 with the supply that's been hitting could be a bit of a stretch. It might just be a case we just rise up into here, 90, late 91, 92 again. Or we could just reject the daily open here, okay? But I'd certainly want to see some more selling in the order flow just to start slinging short positions in there, okay? 4 hour chart, pretty much the same thing, really. Everything's looking pretty similar. Here's your old range, if you don't know what that is. Okay, that's the range that we broke down from, yeah? And there we are, okay? So we've actually had you know, good trading. If anyone's been really on top of the game this week, there's been good trading. So that was Monday, obviously. Absolutely one of the best shorts I've seen in recent times. And I don't mean with the percentage drop, because obviously this one was better, but the aggression from the selling and how obvious that short was on Monday was just you know, go all in. You know, you get these times dirty, like people say, you know, when the data just presents you with such good risk reward trades, and this was one of them that I've not seen in a long time, you know. And then we just went into a demand zone down here. I think it was a bit of a cheeky long trade, to be honest, because the demand wasn't that big, okay? The demand wasn't that big, but what you could say in that zone is you could almost call it like a liquidity bounce, okay? Where basically, like we've seen on the higher time frame liquidity chart, the open interest and the order books just get so nuked, there's no one left in the books, yeah? And it only just takes a couple of big buyers to sling a bit of bid in and we float back up. And it's almost like that. That's what we've got here, okay? So, yeah, eyeball in this zone for an obvious. Trendline traders will love that shit, won't they? For an obvious, really, and you have to consider it. Lower high, you know? You've got to consider it. With broken market structure, you've back-tested, you know, you've confirmed that's resistance at 93.5, down. Bit of a bounce, nice one, but does this structure take on a lower high? You know, you have to consider that. Daily chart, you know, very, very similar again. Here's your back test in that zone again, okay, and then the weekly chart, yeah, not bad actually. If we do start to see some aggressive bid on any drops, but again, we do need to find that bid. We just, you know, we need to find that bid now. Bring it down a bit again, I would say, and then, you know, finish this week on a bit of a, not a doji, but a little bit of indecision if you're going to bid this back up, I would say. That's all, okay? Right, so Dixie is nuking. This is a daily chart on the Dixie, so that's really, really good for risk assets, you would say. I don't think Bitcoin gives a flying fuck. I know we always denominate in BTC, USD, USDT, or whatever your stable coin of choice is. But Bitcoin's doing its own thing, and it will continue to do its own thing. I think it's lagging behind risk assets like Nvidia and E-mini futures by a good week or so, to be honest. God, yeah, S&P looks a good buy here, doesn't it? Absolutely, it really does. Good risk reward buy there. Nvidia's structure is slightly different to E-mini. It looks a bit more distributive at the top there, actually, Nvidia. US 10-year bouncing a little bit here, not too fussed about that. But yeah, get Dixie down, and that's going to look a little bit better for risk assets. All right, guys. So let's go back to the order flow and check out what's going on. Bouncy. Yeah, absolute bouncy in the last half an hour, hasn't it? Yeah, it looked like it did, Max. Yeah, 10-year. Yeah, I can see. I mean, I just had that. I tend to have legacy markets and stocks just on a daily chart. If ever I throw whatever into legacy market, it's swing kind of stuff, you know. For the portfolio, it's higher time frame swings. So yeah, looking at the daily chart there, it looks like it's had a good day or so, a good 24 hours. Yeah, so BTC not doing too much here. Let's have a look. What's funding doing? I'm gonna have to just go. I just want to go to slight. So funding 0.006 still. It was at that earlier, so pretty chilled. Let me go to a 1 hour basis here. 1 hour basis. Yeah, funding not too bad. Not like back there when it was really elevated. Open interest coming up a little bit, as we've seen on the RSI metric anyway. So yeah, open interest coming up a little bit. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll take that. Not too bad. Not trade entry stuff. That's why we look at the order flow, isn't it? Let's have a look at the deltas for the new kids on the block. Delta's pretty chilled today on a 1 hour basis, actually. What's 15 minute like? Yeah, deltas are pretty chilled. So last night with your double diamond alert, if you're a delta degenerate, they got up there, but not too bad. Order book depth, yeah, not too bad. Nothing like this one here from that short, obviously. That's the kind of thing you want to look at, really. Okay, but yeah, not a lot to see in it. When it's like this and there's a bit of indecision, order flow first, bid and ask always, priority, bid and ask first, then drop to your volume with your open interest. They come hand in hand, to be honest. All right, guys, let's go back to a 15-minute chart. I'm going to stick on a 15-minute. I don't like looking at the 5-minute chart, to be honest, on in the US Open, because you get this volatility and it's always the same, isn't it? Especially on normal candles like this. I used to have Helkanashi open all the time, just so I wasn't looking at pure volatility in 1 and 3 minute bloody candles. And sometimes for me, really, why I used to like Helkanashi candles, you could have this as a line chart, really, because to be honest, you should have those levels like pre-planned, really. If we go lower, this is where I want it. If we go higher, this is where I want it. And that's it, really. I'm not into whole reading pin bar candles and fucking, whatever else. Yeah, of course, we all love it when you get a big bullish or bearish engulfing candle. That's that's going to be obvious in hindsight, isn't it? But what gives those candles their shape? Well, it's the bid and ask. Okay, it's the bid and ask that we are seeing right here, right now, in front of you. All right, guys. Right. Shall I look at the screener? I'm sure you all have anyway. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm just going to go over this quickly just in case there's anyone on stream that hasn't seen the screen, okay? If you haven't seen it, it's just at the top here. All right, guys. So, if you're on that kind of thing, I like to have it full screen. It's just at the top here. So what I'm going to show you today is just my view at the minute. It's a very, very simple view of the screener. What's BTC doing? Well, yeah, coming back, just chopping about here, isn't it? So let's go and have a look at the screener. Okay, so at the minute, and I am going to change this because obviously I was listening to DK main guy from TRDR, his live stream in Discord yesterday and his introduction to the screener, and that's hit. I hope you all caught that, because that's already given me a few ideas of what I want to tweak in here, because I've got a very, very basic view in here. Okay, so I'm looking at perps and spot. Simple, very, very simple. Yeah, you can look at all assets, or you can get your watch list, and you can actually create your watch lists in here now, which I think is obviously a better way of doing it. But yeah, for a while, I've just been looking at perps and spot in here, obviously. Get the columns the way you want them. Again, you guys have a play in here. You're all intelligent people. I'm sure you'll find your way around here. But just to show you what I've got, what's Fartcoin doing? Is it rising up? Is it rising? It has been down for a while, though, hasn't it? Let me just go check what it's doing. I've got it in here, actually. 6%. Oh, was you just mean in the screener? Yeah, probably I've got it. Is it? Yeah, well, do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? I will... Let me go back. You're dead right, actually. You had me think I was missing out on something then. You know what? I think I love to trade the main assets, BTC, Sol and stuff, and ETH if it's looking mega good. Generally doesn't. But then I will also look to trade the assets that have mindshare and are doing good volume, right? Because if they're doing good volume, there's a lot of people trading those assets, and we get presented with better data, don't we? You'll have heard me say that before. So I will always trade. I don't care if it's a meme coin or whatever it is. If it's got volume, mindshare, people talking about it, people are trading it, we get presented with better data, right? And then we have, the more data we have, like we looked at comp a bit ago, yeah? Comp, spot chart, not very good. You'll find some altcoins, they have really, really good charts, like we all know, go and look at Act at the minute, and a few of the others that just get a total defense in the bid side. But yeah, Fartcoin, and I think Fartcoin, if you're a believer, a Murad believer or whatever it is, good luck to everyone. I think the funniest outcome is when stuff like Fartcoin does well, isn't it? So I want to keep an eye. I want to keep an eye on it, to be honest. Anyway, enough talking literal shit, and let's move on. So I just wanted to show you guys what I've got to give you an idea. But as I say, I am going to improve mine because I've already got some more ideas of what I want to add in here. But just to give you an idea of what I've got. So I've got perps over here, and I've got spot here, right? Really, really simple. And I've just got this on all assets. And to be honest, at the minute, I'm just looking at Binance Perps, Binance Spot, yeah? What I think I'm going to do is present myself with a 4-column layout, okay? So I'll have another 2 in here. And then I might just add a couple of other exchanges in. And I might just have a column for Coin M also. Because sometimes Coin M, okay, derivatives, can really offer some good alpha, to be honest, can't it? Okay, so yeah, mine at the minute, Nick Perps, all assets, okay? And generally, I'm just looking at, obviously, I've got price on it. I don't even think you need price, to be honest. You could have something else in there, which I'll tell you in a second, okay? OBD ratios, 1 to 2.5%. Okay, we know those are the ratios that have an effect, the biggest effect, or one of the biggest effects on price, and can actually move price. And I've got a 2.5 to 5 there, and I've got an open interest. Okay, so I just want to see what's in really, really negative open interest, or what's been high open interest over the coming 24 hours or day or whatever. You could, as an extra, if you were that way inclined and into it, you could add some more columns in there. Maybe you want funding, maybe you find some, I don't personally, but maybe you find some real edge when you get those coins that have, say, maybe it's got really, really negative funding. It's been absolutely smashed down in the charts to bits. Maybe it's got negative open interest. Okay. And then maybe you see it's got a bid. Yeah, so maybe you see it's got a bid, it's got negative open interest, negative funding, it's got a bid. Yep, I like this coin, seeing some real edge in there. And that's why I think this now screener is, it's going to take over the world, to be honest. I can't stress enough how much number one, time saving this is going to give. But when you start to refine your columns down and refine your edge and what you are actually looking at in here, which I'm really excited about doing this week, to be honest. I had this pre-launch from DK and the guys there, and I have to say I messed around with it a little bit, probably not as much as I should have. Right? I think some of the other team members have probably gone real deep into this and found all the bugs for everybody. But as I've played around with it, I've kept it pretty simple, okay? And then spot in this column here, okay? And this is why I need to refine it down, okay? So basically OBD ratios again, and at the minute I'm just looking at the sell side ratios, but obviously you can just tick that and then look at the bid size ratios on any of those as well. And I've just got a 24-hour delta volume there as well. All right, guys. Something of note if you are looking at any of these, okay? Say you've got, and what I would say is, mentioned this earlier, obviously, but why you need to refine it down is if you look at this, for instance, okay, so OBD ratio on metal, it's the old exchange, isn't it? Is it still going? And it's negative 88 ratio, negative 97 ratio. So you'd look at that and go, holy shit, this is really getting sold into, right? Well, it's always like that, to be honest, and I just know it is. If you float your cursor, okay, next to your coin there and click console, it's going to open it up for you. Okay, and there you go, and you can see that this bag of shit coin, whatever it is, okay, is permanently like this. Yeah, it's just always like this. So don't trade it. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, so filter it down, get yourself a watch list on your favorite coins. Be selective as always. All right, be selective as always. Don't just jump in here, see negative ratios and go, yeah, holy shit, I'm going to bid that. And in the same respect, don't just jump in here and say, oh, Tron is bid. I wonder what Justin Sun's up to. Let's have a look at it. I'm going to bid it. Maybe it's good. Oh, it is good. It's quite good, actually. What's Justin up to? It did fail on that occasion, though, so I don't know how. I don't even trade Tron. But it is certainly quite bid here, sir. Interesting. All right, I might keep an eye on that one then. And that is why the screener is going to become, for me, it's going to become your absolute go-to first thing in the morning. So if you guys, I've demonstrated to you guys before, I used to go down the watch list and I used to click all the coins, and it takes about 5 minutes. Obviously, you've got your alerts, okay? Depending on what plan you're on, you might not be able to have infinite alerts, okay? You can add 20 markets per alert, okay? And then you can copy and paste that so you can get up to 40 or whatever. But, other than that, I don't have everything. In my alert system, okay? So I used to just scroll down the markets. I used to just click on coins. Is there any edge? And, I'd look at the OBD widget mainly. I wouldn't even look at the screen. I'd go down my watch list, click the assets, and I'd have a look at the OBD widget and see what's doing. And then if anything stood out, then I'd have a closer look at what's actually going on. And that's where the edge comes from. Because like I mentioned, I can't remember if it was on the last video, sometimes, like looking at perps up here, yeah? Sometimes you will just see there you go. you know, sometimes like OBD ratio 1 to 2.5, some high ratios here, but some of these coins, okay, will always look like this, okay? They're just infinitely always bid. There's some kind of maybe exchange algorithm, you know, going on. Maybe the coin is such low liquidity that, you know, the exchange is putting up some liquidity and just trying to hold the bloody price up, you know what I mean? So filter it down. But what I'm trying to get at, and my point being, is that with this screener now, it's gonna take seconds once you guys just filter these down and get your selections really fine. You know, show me a high OBD ratio, give me some low open interest, give me some negative funding, and you're instantly gonna find good edge, you know. And what's going to happen is, I thought that was funding, then it's not. I was just looking at another coin and getting excited because I thought I was seeing low funding. You know, and you never know. Like, I don't trade 99% of these shit coins. It's fucking pointless, yeah. But you know, one day you'll wake up, you'll have a look at this, it'll be in your watch list, all the ratios and the open interest, maybe volume delta, whatever else is all lining up. And you go, holy shit, okay, right, let's have a look at this, you know, maybe let's pick one out here. And it's like, for instance, I know some of this shit is always bid, so I need to refine my list down. I know Nero's always bid, it's a shit coin. Turbo, you know, Sand, who the fuck is trading Sandbox nowadays? It's not 2021, you know what I mean? But let's have a look. AR, let's have a look at AR. Weave, okay. This might be the same. Yeah, so there you go. Let's see what I mean. So it's always bid. Don't trust that whatsoever. Anyway, what's Bitcoin doing? 90 point. Oh, good. It's rising up. Thank you, BTC. Yep. So, yeah, you know, so you've got to look at this, you know, with regard to your watch list, and then it's just going to be so much quicker once you filter it down. Another couple of things, what I would say is, once you get your layout set, it is on auto save, but please just make sure you do save it and rename it or whatever, because the amount of people in previous layouts and stuff, what they'll do is they'll move stuff, and you know, it'll bloody save itself, and they'll go, oh, what's happened? I can't, you know, they'll go, oh, what's happened? You know, well, it's auto saved. You need to move it and then just resave it. Yeah. So, and how you do that, it's in your layouts. But just rename, okay? So if you move anything, go to rename and just rename it, all right? So yeah, really good. Some good shared lists would be nice. I don't know what the pairs are good for top level trading. Yeah, Sin, I mean, to be honest, I've mentioned this a million times over the last couple of weeks, but I've only really been trading majors apart from a couple of coins, maybe, you know, ACT. We've all been watching ACT, haven't we? ACT AI, that's been good for the odd little scalp and stuff. Majority, you know, 90, okay, let's just call it 90% of coins at the minute have got shit order books because no one is trading them. So for me personally, I'm still inclined to say stick to some of the majors. Stick to some of the majors unless you find some real edge. What's up, Alexei? Yeah, stick to some of the majors until you find some real edge. I mean, I haven't actually, my watch list here, to be honest, I've not got too much in it, really. What, you know, and I keep taking out of this and adding in. Let's see what Fartcoin's actually doing anyway. I think the chart was smashed to bits on Fartcoin, so it's probably getting a bit of a hot air rises, deservedly so. Shit order books on it though, to be honest, really shit order books. So let's ignore that for the second. But yeah, my watch list mainly is, you know, you'll know it's the majors, isn't it? To be honest, for me. So that being said, my watch list, what is hitting at the minute? So Sats is getting bid on Peps. We know that it's been bid for a while. Spot markets, is anything getting bid right now? Jup is getting bid. Dot is getting bid, so we could take a look at that. Oh, Doge. Doge is getting bid, nearly double ratios. Let's have a look at Doge. Department of Government Efficiency. Yeah, not quite showing. The only reason is because I've got my overlay on a 60 ratio. So it might print on the next 15-minute candle. If I go to a lower candle, it'll show for you. There you go. Okay, so that's the only reason it doesn't show. Yeah, it's getting bid up a little bit. Oh, that's Dot. Sorry, I said Doge, didn't I? Dot getting bid up. Yeah, Dot's got a nice chart, to be honest. Look at it here. Look at that there. Posted that for the guys in Discord the other day. Fucking hell, it doesn't get any better than that. Does not get any better than that. That's like a 90 ratio with a top level. If you trade in that, if you trade in DOT, you've got yeah, 2.5% risk on that. Absolutely Gucci bags, as we call it. Absolute Gucci bags. Brilliant risk reward. And yeah, nice. This is it's a bit of a slow reaction. Okay, so you've got a few percent out of that if you execute it down there. You know, fucking hell, 12%. Your BlackRock buddies would be fuming at that, wouldn't they, with their 2% a year or whatever it is they get. But yeah, really, really nice. Let me check what Bitcoin's doing. Yes, come on, Bitcoin. It just makes for better trading when we get these rises up. And this is why I always say, like a cunt, don't chase red candles, especially in the US session. Same as in the Euro session. Don't chase green candles, don't chase red candles. Wait for that volatility to ease. Come on, Bitcoin, rise it up. While we're at it, what's Trump doing? Quite like the Trump chart at the minute. I think Trump could follow the old fart coin. It's had some peps bid, got sold into there. Someone just wanted out. Yeah, I think I could see Trump a little bit higher as well. Anyway, back to the screener, right? Has anyone got any questions on the screener? I will try and answer them as best as I can, okay? I'm not the expert. I'm just a humble trader that utilises it. Whether that makes me a bit of a pro or semi-pro, then I guess it does. But DK and Shaquille are obviously the ultimate experts. It's their baby, you know. Another point is as well. Let me put back on all assets because I do love seeing it all. Another point is obviously the guys have launched this now, and it is what you would say is complete. But DK mentioned yesterday that there will be further iterations, maybe. Okay, so improvements, yeah, which I think is a good thing. You know, maybe we can get some more stuff in here. Okay, one thing, a little tip I was going to say to you guys is that I'm probably going to add in here is I'm going to add a totals ratio actually. So if I just go through a couple of the bits that you can get on here. Oops, I've always does that. Okay, so your top bar on each tab, and I'll tell you what I'm going to look at doing. Your top bar on each tab, obviously, if you've got two columns, you want to override main selection. So this is your main selection here. Okay, if you've got a few columns and you want different columns to present different things, you need to override main selection on each of those. Okay, and then what you do is you just add or take from your columns in here. So there's an absolute wealth of stuff you can add in. Okay, so you can just have general bid asks, you can have totals, you can have ratios, we can go to sentiment. Okay, we can have open interest on a 1 day, 7 day, 30 day, funding rate the same. We can have LS ratios in there as well, so maybe you're a bit of an LS ratio enjoyer. We can have liquidations. Okay, so if you're a bit of a liquidation relief bounce enjoyer, you can see what's, you know, had some major liquidations in the past 24 hours or whatever, and add that in. And then you've got volume delta, volume ratios. Trade count is a brilliant one now. Okay, now I'm going to add this in. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to add this in because this basically is going to give you activity on that coin, isn't it? Okay, you don't want to trade a coin, and this is what I always say, you want to trade coins that have good volume, good mind share, people are trading them because we get better data. You're going to be able to see that in the trade count as well. All right, so you can add this in, get a high to low trade count, and then see what activity is going on. All right. Max says, if we move up in the next 5 to 10 minutes, will you stop the stream early to short? No, I've got my broker running in the background because, see, I don't normally, because when I've in the past when I've got so many screens running. I've got like 3 screens. So OBS Studio's running. I've got Trader running here. Then generally I've got 2 brokers open. Okay, so I've got Breakout open and Blofin open, and then I've got Trading View and whatever else. And then what happened a couple of times is the stream lagged, and I was like, shit, I need to and I had Chrome open because I've got obviously DEX exchanges and stuff open on Chrome rather than Safari. And what happened is YouTube lagged a little bit, and a couple of the guys were laughing in Discord. Doffy was loving it because he was like, Nick's on live, he ain't trading, he's got his brokers closed down. So Doffy was executing trades and fucking laughing at me. But I have to have my broker open now, so you might have noticed or not maybe not the last live stream, but was it? Oh, it might have been last live stream actually. You might hear a ping of limit orders, limit orders opening. Where was I? Right. Yeah, so I want to improve this, and one thing I just quickly want to point out that I do want to improve on mine personally. Let me just open the console again. Have I left it open? Oh yeah, I have there. Trump. So obviously I was showing you guys, wasn't I, the liquidity chart, and DK gave me this idea when he was talking about it yesterday. Now we know that when liquidity is new like this, it's generally good for risk on. So we've seen it already, haven't we? Okay, so we all know the supply in the market. Yeah, okay, we're potentially looking at a short a little bit higher. Yeah, fucking hell, whatever. But we know liquidity is good when it's nuked like this, and we've got low open interest. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to add like a turtles order book in to show me on the screener what altcoins, because I think altcoins are obviously going to react differently, depending on the volumes to Bitcoin. So I might end up with like a 4-window chart, for instance, with a couple of columns for altcoins. Tell me when altcoin liquidity is dead, because even at the minute, if I go to, say I go to Polkadot here, okay, this liquidity chart's not showing me anything, yeah? So what I have to do is I have to do liquidity kin alts. Okay, there you go. And it's the same thing, okay? So you can see when DOT is high in the liquidity and spot, perps, high, open interest, high. Obviously, it came down a little bit there. All right, it's the higher time frame, swing traders, tool of choice. There's fucking nothing better than this. If you're a bit of a relaxed swing trader, managing your portfolio, when you get these highs, you want out. You want to certainly be taking some profit, okay? When you come back down to the lows, this is where you want to be in, okay? So my point being is I want to apply this to the screener, yeah? So I want to apply that to the screener, add a couple of columns in as well, and I think that is going to be, that's going to be ultimate, really, 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 really good for the screener. Right, let me close that down. Yeah, so have we got any questions about the screener? Can you share your screener settings the way you share? I don't know, because not at the minute. It's a good idea, but that's a question from Free the World. Let's free the world. Are you a Trump fan? Is Free the World a Trump fan? He's trying to free the world. Let's not get into that. No, because what this is it's a layout. Yeah, so this is a layout in the screener. It's not a template. So we share templates. Yeah, let me show you. I'm gonna have to open both. Okay. Oh, that's another thing. You can click on the coin and it gives you open interest. I forgot about that. Don't get mad at me, DK. I will create you a full tutorial video. Open interest, volume 24 hours, long shorts, liquidations, funding rate and stuff here, okay, over a 1 day, 7 day and 30 day as well. Let me just open the console again. Yeah, because this is, so this, just quickly for anyone that doesn't know, okay, so this within what we'll call a trading view window is our template, yeah? So we can share that. I can share my templates. Those are all my indicator templates, yeah? But this whole thing where I've got the, widgets here and I can move these about wherever, and I've got, these are all widgets, yeah? This is a layout, okay? So this is a layout, yeah? So obviously you can change your layouts in here, okay? And then you can duplicate, save layouts and stuff. We can't share those at the minute. I don't know if there's much to be got out of that, to be honest. Maybe there is some value in that, but no, it's a layout basically, yeah. What do you think about the column which shows if there has been an alert in the last 6 to... Yeah, but I mean, you've got that. What do you think about a column which shows if there has been an alert in the last 6, 12, 24 hours? Well, that is a log though, isn't it? You have got a log for that, which is here. You have got a log. Yeah, I guess what would be nice is if that alert symbol, that could be nice, couldn't it? So you've got your log, and then I see what you mean. Sorry, Max. Yeah, I see what you mean. You've got your log here, which shows you obviously, and then you get a telegram, don't you, and stuff. But then to keep it all encompassing, I wonder if it'd be nice to have a little column on your watch list for a little symbol next to that. Yeah, Max, suggest it to the guys. Yeah, suggest it to the team. A little circle or something. Yeah, a little circle or something. A green or a red, just real simple. Not everybody's icons, obviously. We all have different icons for our alerts, don't we? Just a little green or red. Yeah, suggest it to the guys. It's a nice idea. ETC. I've not traded that for a while. Let's have a look at ETC. What's up, Serkan? ETC. Let's have a look. I don't have alerts on ETC. Again, the order books are a bit shit, to be honest. Yeah, I just can't trade stuff like this. I'm sure it does. I'm sure you guys might do well out of it, but I just can't trade it. Just not a very good order book, to be honest. Right, what's BTC doing? Moving up. Yeah, give it time. Give it time here. Don't just short because you have expectations, as always. Right, so that is the screener. As I say, I've got mine very simple at the minute. I'm sure you absolute wizards are going to find some real edge in the market on this, to be honest. If I've missed anything, it's because this isn't a full tutorial. I will work on that and I'll put a video out for anyone that's new, obviously. But yeah, absolutely unreal tool, to be honest. Really unreal. So yeah, I'm still tweaking mine, which I'm a bit of a nerd, so I'm quite excited about. But yeah, let's see what we get. Right, shall we have let's have a little summary on BTC. I'm not going to go into altcoins too much. Most of them following BTC. I know there's been a little bit of talk about alt season coming. I hate that term, to be honest. Let's see what we get. But basically, look, am I eyeballing a short? I'm not going to short right now. I'd like another little rise up. How far we get, I don't know. There's no specific bid in the market right here, right now. You've probably just got a little bit of market bid pushing it up, okay? You're potentially forming bearish divergences, okay? So potential bearish divergences as retail start to long, as open interest rises, all the usual recipe. We all know about that, okay? I'm not going to go into too much detail. So I'm open to another short up here. News events and whatever else is going on tonight and tomorrow, I'm not too bothered. I'm just purely concentrating on this. I can't even say, to be honest, I've been going on Twitter that much, to be honest. So yeah, let's see what we get. Open to short in BTC up here if the supply continues, but okay, stipulation on this, higher time frame, everything is looking pretty chilled. So if we fall to some demand, again, I'm kind of taking each side quite serious at the minute, okay? Trading derivatives and stuff, I think you can be, you know, certainly in and out, you know, and there are some, you're probably getting some good percentage out of some coins at the minute as well. But some, yeah, order books are shit. So pick your battles. That is all I would say. If you're trading the alts, just really pick your battles. For me, I like to stay to the top coins. BTC, Sol, got ADA and XRP up there at the minute as well, because obviously these coins are going to get some mind share on them now, so the data on these coins is probably going to get a little bit better. Let's have a look at SU. If you're a scalper, you're getting some good alerts here, but it's not for me. I don't want to get involved in this knife fight in a telephone box. Right, so I think that's it. Drop in the chat now if you've got any questions. I'll just give it a second while we watch BTC putting this shit candle on the 15 minutes, see what 5 minutes doing. Yeah, not a lot. Is anyone attacking it? It's these kind of highs here that, say you see perps really then start to attack price. So despite the fact aggregated, we've got no bid, no one's got aggressive to attack price yet. So I think that we might need to test a little bit higher if we're going to get that kind of attack. But yeah, let's see. I'm just not, you know me, I'm not one for chasing candles, to be honest. I'm stubborn. I'm really fucking stubborn, and I want value. So I missed that because I woke up a little bit too late, and first protocol for me, despite the fact I love looking at the charts, has to be an espresso, and then it started moving down straight away. So yeah, let's see what we get today. I think it's going to be a good week, end to the week, because we've got Crypto Summit tomorrow. So whichever way you think we're going, I think we're in for volatility, okay? If you don't like volatility, why the fuck are you trading? It is the wind in our sails. You need to learn to love it. And you know, when you've got data like the TRDR console, it's easily managed. All right, guys, so we'll leave it at that. Grab a link from below for a free trial if you are new. Get involved in the screener. God, all this data you are getting for such a cheap price as well. It really, really is cheap data you are getting here. For me, you don't... I used to trade on some other platforms. You really don't fucking need them, anymore whatsoever. And especially, there's one thing I'll say, right? And I'll keep it very, very simple, because just to close on this point, did you update your alarms, Sir says? Not really, sir. No, not yet. One point I will make is there's a lot of people who trade very, 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 very technical, good-looking data charts. I'm not going to name any brand names, but certain charts with TPOs, session pointer controls, the fucking TWAP bars and DOM charts and all this shit, right? You can keep it very, very simple in this console, okay? You fucking sell that, right? and you bid these levels. You sell these, right? You sell these, you bid these, okay? You bid these. It can really, really be this simple. Ooh, a small bid there, cheeky small bid. Is that Eric Trump coming in with a bid at 88.9? It really can be this simple. And for the price that this console is, it's fucking ridiculous, to be honest. Right, we'll leave it on that point. Otherwise, you're gonna have me, Bob. I've got XO. I don't pay for it anymore. I've just got the free version, which only gives you the daily chart. I used to use XO a lot. And then, I quite like a footprint chart. But to be honest, up here, what you'll have seen on XO, if anyone's an XO playboy, what you'll have seen up here this morning was, I've got no doubt, the Bybit data is good on XO. You will have seen some bearish, if you're using a footprint chart and with a CVD on, you'll have seen some bearish CVD divergence up here, and you'll have seen a lot of market buys probably in the footprint up here, which is what the guys over there would call absorption. Yeah. Why is it absorption? Well, it's market buys into the resting limit orders that we are seeing on the console here. Yeah. So for me, being very visual, this is nice and easy. It's such nice and easy. I get alerts sent to Telegram, sent to Discord, webhook. I get them to my emails if I need them to my emails. This is all I need. This is literally all I need, To be honest, I don't even particularly need TradingView, but because I keep an eye on stocks and stuff, I've got TradingView as well. But really, I don't even need TradingView. This is it. It's all you need. Right. With that being said, I think we're in for a good week, guys. If you've got any questions you forgot about, go find me in the socials and we will speak soon. Cheers, guys. Thanks.